So in this video, we're going to be running through a updated YouTube targeting tutorial based on the recent changes that YouTube have made to the ad platform. So for those of you who don't know, you used to be able to target on YouTube and you could target specific videos that you wanted to show your ad on. So for example, you could go and get 100 videos of your competitors that are on YouTube related to what you want to sell. And you could get those links to those videos, put it into the YouTube ad platform and say, hey, show my ads at the beginning of these videos. So super targeted, right? You could also base it on keywords. So keywords that people had in the description, in the titles of the videos. You could say to YouTube, hey, go and target all the videos that have these keywords in the title. And you could be specific. So a keyword just isn't one word. It could be a phrase, and it can be up to, well, you could do it unlimited, but typically people would put 3 to 8 words in one phrase. So for example, how to make money online in 2023. That could be a keyword that you target, and any video that has that word specific phrase in the video title or description, you could target. So again, very specific, right? If you were selling a make money offer. So typically these are the types of targeting options that a lot of advertisers would use. So for a lot of people, it's causing a lot of issues right now that YouTube has removed those. Now, as you can see here, the note here, you can no longer add content targeting to video campaigns that drive conversions because it can limit campaign performance. So this is typically what we would start with when it came to targeting. So this is the targeting template or the targeting plan that we use with our clients at the agency. Now, full disclosure, shout out to Brian Moncada at adspend.com. He showed me this and he uses it for his own business. This isn't something I created, but I took it from Brian. So go and check them out at adspend.com. Shout out to Brian. But it's a really good graphic, so I thought I would use it as well. And typically, as you can see here, the beginning, when you start your campaigns, you can see it's super niche, so super targeted. And then once you have a proof of concept, once you've proved that your offer is good and that your funnel is good, then you can go more broad and start targeting more people. But in the beginning, the idea with YouTube is that you target very specific audience who very clearly want what you have to sell to prove the concept. And then once you've started to make money and the funnel is working, then you can scale it to a wider audience. So you can see here, and I'll talk about these specifically in a second. So YouTube users and remarketing lists. But you can see here, placements and keywords are two of like the very specific targeting options that you could use, or you used to be able to use with your ads. And it's typically, again, what a lot of people started with when they started running YouTube ads. But now these have been removed. So two of the most popular ways to target on YouTube has been removed. So how do we adjust and how do we adapt? So that's what I'm going to show you in this video. So based on the changes, we have now created a new targeting template graphic where you can see here that we've removed the placements and the keywords, and now we're mostly focusing on custom segments. And again, I'm going to walk you through and show you what they are in a second. But let's start from the beginning. So YouTube users, this is typically the first audience we start with. Very simply, it's just a remarketing campaign for people who have already interacted with you on the YouTube platform. So this can be subscribers, it can be people who have viewed your channel, it can be people who have viewed any video on your channel or viewed specific videos. I'm going to bring you down to this graphic here, and you can see basically the main ones, the main audiences that we use. So subscribers, video views, so viewed any video, channel visits, and then ad channel video views. So typically for our clients, we will run the ads on a different YouTube channel, and then we can actually retarget the people who have viewed the ads. So it's just, again, just a simple retargeting campaign. So this is typically what we would do. Obviously, if you have specific videos related to a topic, for example, if you were doing a fitness channel, and you had specific videos on weight loss and you released a new offer on weight loss, then maybe you wouldn't target any video views, but you would target the specific videos on your channel that have a lot of views that are around the topic of weight loss. So, that makes sense. So that's the first audience we go after. It's a simple remarketing campaign. And then we've got remarketing lists. So this is typically, as you can see, email lists and website visitors. So obviously people on your email list, you can download that data, upload it into the YouTube ad platform, and you can target them. And then also website visitors. So again, we can track people who visit your website, visit your funnels, and we can run ads to those people to retarget them. But for people who are already understanding advertising, then this will be very obvious to you what these are. Now, this is where the biggest impact is going to have, and it's using custom segments. You can see here we've got custom segment search, custom segment interest, and custom segments websites. So I'm going to show you how to set these up and how to basically do the research. So if you come into your ads manager for YouTube, you come to tools and settings and you go to audience manager. It's going to take you to a page that looks like this. And then you're going to go to custom segments. So this is where we can create our custom segment audiences ahead of time before we launch the campaigns. And then when you set it up, you can just select this audience. So we're going to press the plus button here and we give the segment name. And we've got a few different options here. So the first one on our list is custom segments search. So it's actually the second option in the list here. So you can see it's people who have searched for any of these terms on Google. So similar to keywords, we can use different phrases. So we can use stuff like how to make money online in 2023, how to make money with Amazon, how to make money with dropshipping. Right? We can take what a lot of the best keywords that we were running previously, and we can actually put them into a custom segment audience. Obviously, this is still super targeted, so this will be the best bet to start with when you're marketing to a cold audience, is to use search, because it's still intent-based targeting. So obviously, when we were using keywords, how to make money online in 2023, we were targeting those videos, right? So if someone was watching a video that had how to make money online in 2023, in the title or description, then you can probably bet that there's an intent there to learn how to make money online. And it's the same with this, which is why we start with it. So it's people who search for any of these terms on Google. So it's going to target people who have searched for the term how to make money online in 2023. So it might not show up on the specific video that has how to make money online in 2023 in the title or description, but it will show up for people on YouTube who have searched for those terms. So it's still intent-based targeting, and it's obviously still going to be wildly effective and wildly targeted, because who searches for how to make money online in 2023 if they're not looking to make money online in 2023? And again, you can obviously, tailor the keywords for your niche. So how to lose weight, how to put on muscle, how to ask a guy out on a date, etc., right? Whatever the most popular search terms are for your avatar on Google, you can actually put them in here. Now, let's just say, so how to make money online. So that could be one search term, right? And then Google is also going to give you potential options as well. And you can group multiple of them together, because these are obviously like very specific phrases that we're using. They're not just interests, right? They're actually specific phrases that people are typing in onto Google. So you probably want to group multiple related phrases together and put them into one custom segment audience. So we could do how to make money online. We could do quick and easy way to make money online, and you could search for them here. What you could also do is go to Google and you want to copy and you want to paste it in. And what's going to happen here, you can look for different keywords that come up on this page. So for example, here, people also ask. So this is essentially Google saying people who search for this also search for this, right? So you could actually take different keywords and phrases from here, like which website is best to earn money. That is obviously some things people are searching for. So I could maybe put that in there if I felt like it was a good fit for this audience. And you can do anywhere between like 3 phrases to up to 8 phrases. Google will estimate a potential audience size here. We found that it's not the most accurate in the world, so I wouldn't worry yourself too much about it. But again, you can take different keywords and phrases from here, or you can actually just look at titles of like the most popular blogs and stuff that is, appearing on the first page of Google. So we could do 12 proven ways on how to make money online, right? So we could take that as a phrase. Make money online for free. Maybe that is a popular phrase that we would use. And again, you would just group them together on how relevant they are and create a custom segment audience. And then obviously if I wanted to create this audience, I would just obviously give it a name and I would press save. So this is typically the first one we start with. And you can see here we've done specific and competitors. So specific is basically specific phrases, which I was just talking about here. So typically phrases that have anywhere between 3 to 5 words in it, right? So specific keywords, what we say is anywhere between 3 to 5 words. So they are specific. And what you could also do is competitors as well. So for example, you could get rid of you created this one, and then we could create a competitor keyword. So if we were in like the make money online space, right, we could maybe target Tai Lopez. So people who have searched for Tai Lopez, we could maybe do someone like Alex Becker, maybe before he was in his like crypto phase and he was doing like Shopify and drop shipping. We could do like maybe like Kevin David, right? And you could search for all the people who have like business or make money online coaching programs, and you could target those people as well. And obviously you would know your relevant competitors and you could put them together in an audience and create that. So you could target people. You will show up on YouTube for the people who are searching for Google, Tai Lopez, Alex Becker, Kevin David, etc., etc. So they're typically the audiences that we use there. Now, next up, as you can see, is custom segments, but it's the interests. So this isn't necessarily intent-based targeting, and you can see I've put broad here. So if we go back, and let's just say we created these audience of our competitors, right? So there's essentially, just so you know, there's like, this would be like 1 campaign, 2 campaign, and then like 3 campaigns specific, 4 campaigns competitors, right? So we've already got like 4+ campaigns we can start with, and maybe you would do multiple campaigns for YouTube users. If your email list is big enough, maybe you do 1 campaign for email list, 1 campaign for website visitors. So you can see, even though we've removed placements and keywords, there's still tons of campaigns for us to use. And we could do a couple of different custom segment search audiences for specific keywords. And then we could do a couple different ones for different types of competitors as well. But the next one we use is custom segment for interests. So it's this top option here. So it's people with any of these interests or purchase intentions, right? So this is essentially, just think of this very similar. If you're familiar with Facebook ads, it's similar to the interest targeting that you can do on Facebook, right? Where on Facebook, if you're in like the weight loss space, you could target people who like bodybuilding, who like weight loss, who like certain fitness magazines, who like certain fitness influencers. So it's kind of similar to that. So because this isn't as specific, i.e. it's not talking about people who've searched for terms, it's just basically interests of the audience that you're going after. You can't be as specific as you would be in a search audience. So this is why we say the campaign that we typically use for this one is broad. So for example, we could do something like, if we were targeting like business opportunities, we could target, drop shipping, right? If we were doing like an e-commerce product, sorry, that could be the name, but I could put it in there, right? And then we could target something like that. And again, we could group different ones together. So maybe we want to do like drop shipping, Shopify, and we would target different interests around like the e-commerce niche. If we were having like a make money e-commerce program, if I was selling like Facebook ads, for example, a Facebook ad service, then I would, target Facebook ads, maybe a Facebook agency. I could do like smaller keywords like this around like Facebook ads, digital marketing, sales funnels, click funnels, etc., etc. So again, you can group, a couple of these together to make sure that it's got the size. And again, you obviously don't want to take too much interest in the numbers on the right hand side, but you can see these numbers here are obviously a lot larger than when we were doing the search audience. And as you can see on our diagram here, that as you move further up the diagram, the audience becomes larger and larger and larger, right? So that's why it's important to test the proof of concept here. And then as you move up, you go to custom, you go to a broader audience. And in this case, it's custom segments of the interests. So again, you would just group them, make sure like they are relevant to each other. So for example, I would maybe make, if I was selling a digital marketing service, maybe I could target people who are interested in Facebook advertising. I could target people who are interested in like sales funnels and marketing funnels. So that would be like another audience, right? And you just target like specific interests within that. Again, if you're doing like a fitness niche, you could target like specific diets people follow. So that could be one interest audience. Then maybe like a workout routine that people are interested in, and you could do different things that way. So that would be the next one we would do. Then if we move up, then it's custom segments for websites. So again, we're still in the custom segments section. We can get rid of this, pretend we saved all those different audiences. And you can see there's an option down here. So people who browse types of websites. So we can target people who browse websites similar to the ones that we put in here, because obviously YouTube is owned by Google. So Google has a lot of data when it comes to what websites people like to visit. So if we scroll down here, we've got competitors, we've got industry, and we've got public figures. So for competitors, you can take your largest competitors and target them. So for example, if I was coming out with a new marketing funnel software, say that's the product that I had, I could target ClickFunnels.com. So people who targeted websites similar to ClickFunnels.com, like lead pages, I assume it's leadpages.com. So we could target and we could group basically competitors for my new funnel building software together in one audience, and we could target people who browse websites similar to those. So again, you can group a couple of them together. So you would just group together 3 to 5 of your biggest competitors' websites. Again, it needs to be a website. You can't just put ClickFunnels, right? Because it needs to be an actual URL. So it needs to be their actual website. So you need to go and find your competitor's actual website, get the URL, put it in here, and you can group them together in an audience. The next one we could do is like industry stuff. So for example, again, let's just keep to the e-commerce way. So we could do e-commerce. We could do maybe Shopify. So like this is like industry websites that our industry or our ideal customer uses. So if I was targeting Shopify owners, then obviously, or like e-commerce owners, then obviously Shopify would be a good website to use. And I could pick out the different softwares that my industry typically uses and go to their websites, get their websites, and put them together. If there are particular blogs, right? So if I was in the fitness niche and I was helping people like put on muscle, I could maybe go bodybuilding.com is a popular website that I know my perfect avatar uses a lot. I could go to different blogs and stuff like that, different websites that I know my customer frequently visits, and I could put them here together in an audience and target people who visit websites similar to them. So again, that's industry. And then public figures. So for example, if I was targeting people who are interested in personal development, then maybe I would target, again, this would be a pretty obvious name to target. So maybe you want to be a bit more specific, or maybe target someone who's not as well known. But for example, I could do TonyRobbins.com. And if I knew that a lot of my audience followed a particular person or read a book from a particular author, and I know they really loved it, then I could get those public figures. And again, I could create an audience based on public figures websites that I know my ideal client uses. So that's the custom segment websites. So again, still super powerful stuff. It's not that, okay, we've removed keywords and placements and now YouTube ads targeting doesn't work anymore. You can see that we can still be extremely specific, because again, Google has so much data on us when it comes to what websites we visit and our interaction and our patterns that we do online, that it can still be really specific in showing the videos to the right people. And then as you can see there, we start to move up again to even broader So similar audiences. So similar audiences are similar to lookalike audiences on Facebook. So again, you can create similar audiences based off, and you can create them in this section here, just so you know. You could create data segments, and you can basically create similar audiences based off this sort of stuff. So for example, subscribers, video views, email list, website visitors. So basically your retargeting audiences, you can say to Google, hey, go and create audiences similar to these. But I wouldn't start with this. So for Facebook, for the longest time, especially before iOS 14, lookalike audiences were the shit, right? Everyone loved them. They were like the best thing ever. As soon as you had enough data, you were creating lookalike audiences, and they would usually perform the best. Historically, similar audiences haven't worked as effectively as lookalike audiences. So that's why we don't start with them. I wouldn't recommend that you start with them, even if you have a lot of data from your YouTube users and remarketing lists. Again, it's further up the scale for a reason, because it's broader, it's less specific and less targeted. So, and this is where you go into like ultra scale, going to similar audiences in market affinity, etc., etc. So this is how you do it. I would focus on, obviously, if you've got a remarketing audience, YouTube users and remarketing list, it's a no-brainer, lowest hanging fruit, easiest money you'll make online is by retargeting your current followers. But if you're marketing to a cold audience and you're worried because traditionally keywords and placements worked extremely well for you, then this is what you do moving forward in 2023 and beyond. You use the custom segments. Start with search, then go to interests, and then go to the websites.